What is up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back, Sooner Surge. Live show, 9:30. Back at you tonight. After last night being off until the Thunder Live, we are back at it tonight. Regular scheduled programming with me right now. We'll see if Jeremy joins here in a little bit after Bible study. But how's everybody doing? Good to see you all on here tonight. Damon, Dowpost, Ron, Chester. What's going on? Chester says, woo, thank goodness back to Sooner football, not that other crap. Yeah, a lot of people trying to recover after that Thunder loss. Yeah. How's everybody doing? Got some football news today to talk about. As the Sooners get a commitment out of the portal. A quarterback, Whitt Newbauer out of Mercer, will be a sophomore this year. And I believe he's 6'6", big old quarterback size-wise. So, and I think Hunter told me earlier, Hunter, if I'm wrong, make sure you say it. But what's up, John? How you doing tonight? If I'm wrong, make sure you say it. But third tallest quarterback in OU history, something like that. Big old guy. Sooner fan, I don't think he's ever been overrated. That was just the players voted it. And so I think he's a really good player. For some reason, the fans voted him as the most overrated player. Nobody's saying that now, that's for sure. Hunter, do you know the answer to this? I would assume not, but maybe Hunter knows. Hunter's on here in the chat. Yeah, Curry got injured. I don't know how long he's out, though. He'll look great on the bench, and that's what he's going to be. He's a depth piece. It's one of those guys, like, if you have to have him, go back to the year. The year was in Texas when you had DG out and they threw out Davis Bevel and Braden Willis. It's just kind of like a first scenario like that where you wouldn't have to do that. You'd have a quarterback, actually. Yeah, Greg got on too. But you know what? I don't want to talk too much about the Thunder, but I will say this. And I know maybe Hunter might come at me. I don't know. Jeremy, when he gets on there, might. But because they don't believe it. But the Thunder absolutely don't have enough playoff experience compared to these other teams. People can whine and cry at me all they want. It's a different animal when you get in the playoffs. Look at Golden State tonight. They've been there, done that. Been there, done that. Minnesota. I mean, Minnesota right now chunking up threes, making bad shot selection. Meanwhile, Golden State pretty much dominating until Curry went out. So it's just different. Playoff basketball is different, period. Did you guys see the video of Pittsburgh Pirates? No, I did not see that. So I can't really comment on it. Wait, Mesh, what do you mean playoff experience? These are NBA players. It doesn't matter. It's different. It's different. Anybody that says it's not any different is I'm sorry, you're not really seeing the way it works in NBA, my opinion. But I mean, you're welcome to your own opinion, but yeah, I agree with that mess too. He can't continue to melt. Neither can J-Dub. Hunter, did Jay pick Denver to win? Yes, I did, but it doesn't matter. I don't really want to go down that road. Hope he isn't the next Davis Bevel. Okay, tall. Yeah, and he says tall, big quarterbacks haven't worked it well. Who is the tallest OU quarterback to have a good career? I'd say you had Davis Bevel was tall, didn't you? How tall was Landry Jones? Was he the tallest one to really perform well? What's up, Chris? I think it was South Carolina Dowpost, possibly. Blake Bell at tight end. Yeah. Blake Bell. I guess that would be the one. He's at tight end. But yeah, I guess you're right. Bradford was 6'4". Okay. Was he really? Was he 6'4"? Wow. So Bradford and Jones would be the answer to that. I may be wrong, but I'm trying to think, but the guy, the 5-star recruit, Brent Rawls, I think Brent Rawls was like 6'5". Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought he was pretty tall as well. Hey, there you go. Be part of the banner. That's right, Mess. I like banter. Bring it. I like the banter. So, yeah, other than that, not a whole lot going on with football. I mean, I mean, we could sit here and probably talk about the quarterback for 2026 and who OU's going to get. Is it going to be Jaden O'Neal or is it going to be Bo Bentley? I mean, I don't know. We'll see on that. Tommy Grady was another one. Great name from the past. Blast from the past. What's up, Braden? I agree, Gray God. I agree. He's not giving them any love right now. He's talking a little bit of smack. OKC needs to be a little more business, the introductions and everything. 918 said, and I mentioned them hosting a transfer portal quarterback of weekend. A few people was like, why would they add one? Braden Willis playing quarterback in Texas. Why? Yeah, he's got that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? PSD or whatever from that game. Hunter, I think they cheered when he was intro or at the beginning or something. I saw something about this. Shortest quarterback to have success at Oklahoma. Kyler, yeah, definitely. I don't know. I mean, Jamel Holloway, I don't think he was very big. I think Jamel Holloway might have been smaller than Kyler. Those option quarterbacks weren't very big. I mean, you could go down Jamel Holloway. I think Thompson. Those guys weren't very big guys. I think Holloway might be the one that had the most success. Because, listen, I think Kyler was really good at Oklahoma. But the fact of the matter is Kyler Murray played 1 year at Oklahoma. Holloway, I mean, I think Holloway would be the one. Do you think Michigan – yeah, we didn't get to talk about this last night. Do you think he picked the 2 games he was suspended? Yeah, I think he wants to come to Oklahoma. Being an OU, used to be at OU, I think it's an important game for him. Kind of weird they didn't do 1 and 3, games 1 and 3, but I don't know. I don't know about the answer to that. But I think that's part of it. He wants to come back to play Oklahoma. I don't think it really necessarily has to do with the game itself as far as X's and O's and that. I think he wants to be at that game. I think that's part of it. Because Nebraska is a big game too, and he's sitting that one out. So that's a conference game. So that was kind of interesting. Wrong. Fake engagement. Bait post. Cheers were MVP chants during. No, they were giving Russell some cheers from what I heard on TV last night. But so is Jaden O'Neal still coming to OU or what? Okay, here's my opinion. If you ask me right now if I think OU is going to get Jaden O'Neal or Bo Bentley, I would say Bo Bentley. Once again, I'll preface it. I'm wrong a lot. I'm wrong a lot on predictions. But that's where I'm leaning right now. So I think it'd be Bentley. I like Bentley a lot too. From what I've seen, I like him. And the teams after him, I like him. So I don't know if you can really go wrong with either one of those guys. You just got to land one of them, that's for sure. You can't go over. You can't screw this up and go over. You know what I like about this guy they got from Mercer? Now, who knows, though, how long he'll be at OU, but I like that he's only a sophomore because he could be a guy that they could come in, develop a little bit. I don't know. Maybe he develops and goes somewhere else, but he might. But I like that he's just not like a fifth-year senior coming to sit the bench for a year. Maybe they're going to be able to really be a good practice player, develop him, and all that sort of thing. Bo fits Arbuckle's system better, possibly so. Arbuckle likes Bo a lot. I think he likes Jaden too, but Josh lost the Nashville quarterback to Georgia. Student Throne says Tennessee, possibly. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Scared of the workouts. Who was scared of the workouts? I'm not sure which one that's about. Preface that, Aaron. Who was scared of the workouts? Maybe I got lost in the chat there. I don't know enough about Grayson Howell, Chris. I can't really comment. I haven't seen him play. I don't know enough about him, to be honest. Yeah, scout team quarterback. Great addition for third string. Young, we'll see if he stays after next year. Correct. I agree with that 1,000%, Greg. Great addition. third string, see what happens after next year. Guy they can develop. And so I like it. 2,000 yards passing as a sophomore at Broken Bow. Broken Bow. What's the Broken Bow mascot? Broken Bow. It's not the Pirates, is it? Germ is never wrong. Don't believe me? Ask him. Wow, Monty, there it is. Hey, Trojan Fire. I know you're joking about this anyway, but I know you're joking about this, but because anybody's going to land third string quarterback is going to be a small school guy, because you're just not going to get a guy from a Power 5 to come sit the bench as a third string quarterback. Drew says, what's up, Drew? Thanks for joining us. Nice. 6'6", 225. Love Broken Bow camping. Yeah, it is 6'6", 225. Savages. Oh, wow. What a name. That is an awesome name for a mascot. I know it's a good pickup. I know you were joking. I know you're just joking. Savages. That's a great mascot name. Who thought of that one? I like that. I like the Savages. I was at a middle school, junior high. We were the Thunderbirds, and the opposing teams called us the Thunder Chickens as a joke. But Broken Bow, home of Barry Cupid. Heard Germ is waiting outside the Nuggets hotel room for West. Oh, that's funny, mess. Wouldn't put it past him. That's funny though. Hey, it's good. Sometimes we can take shots, I guess, when he's not on here, but he'll be on there shortly. Oh boy, man. To be honest with you, it was a long night last night. I tell you, after that game, then the live show, and then I freaking went in bed and couldn't sleep. One, have the chat calling me, texting me, arguing with me as I'm trying to go to bed at 1 a.m., saying, get on the call, you scaredy cat. I mean, it was a long night. That's one thing I don't like about these playoff games. And you know what? We didn't talk about this last night in basketball, though. It's about time I think they start staggering these games a little bit. It seems like every time the second game starts, the first game's not over with. I don't know why they can't figure this out. I mean, maybe you'd have to start it too early. You'd have to start it later. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's always like overlapping. Drew says, are there any good price hotels in Normal or near on game days? Oh, yeah. Good price. It probably depends on how early you book it, Drew. But there's plenty of hotels around there. It's just how early you're going to book it. Now, if you wait until later in the summer, it might be tough to find some for some big games. But there's all kinds of hotels. I'm sure you can find some. Even that, you could find something a little bit farther out and drive 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. So Walmart parking lot pimping. Another pet peeve of mine, I got to just say this, my last thing about basketball probably. I don't understand. Somebody explain this to me. Anybody that knows basketball, please explain this. It seems like it's getting more and more this way. I've watched many basketball games, playoff games, all of it. Why, when they roll the ball in, let's just say it's third quarter, second quarter, off a timeout or something, why do the players just let it roll all the way to half court and then pick it up? It's like they're running, the clock doesn't start. What are they doing? Why? They're not trying to save time. I don't understand it. It's happening all the time. I don't get it. Just pick the dang ball up and dribble up the court. It gets very old. I don't understand it. Baffling. Anyway, these are professional ball players. Pick the ball up and dribble. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're tired. More time on the shot clock? Are you saying more time on the shot clock if you get the ball at half court and you have that long compared to picking it up at three-quarter? I don't know. I just think it's kind of silly. I think it's silly. But Ron says, Jason, are the price of Kubota skid steers high in Northwest Arkansas? I wouldn't know about Kubota. I do not know about tractors. But I'll say this. A lot of things are high in Northwest Arkansas. There's some expensive, it's expensive area in certain parts. Save 2 seconds. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know either, NIL commission. It's kind of, I've seen it before where you let it roll because you want to be farther because the time's running out or something. You don't want you want to run clock off. But man, the more I think about that game last night, the more frustrated I get. Absolutely horrendous coaching move by Mark Dagnall. I don't want to get on it, but it was bad. Yeah. What else on y'all's mind tonight? Hey, we can go ahead and open the phone lines up, Hunter. Let's open them up. Call in if you'd like to call in and chat with me. I'll talk anything you want to talk to other than Hallmark movies. I don't know them. I won't want to talk about them. But everything else we can talk about. Check out the FanStop, thefanstop.com. Code SURGE, 10% off your first 3 months. Please check them out. They're great people, great merchandise. I'm going to go in there. I need a new hat. I'm going to look for me a hat. There's all kinds of stuff you can get. Check them out, thefanstop.com. There's the link if you'd like to call in. Known a lot of Arkies, always high. Yep. And I'm going to do this for Hunter's sake. Very frustrating they stole home court, and the way Jokic is playing, we may be cooked. There you go, Hunter. That's for you. I like to say Jokic. I like to say that because I also like to call him the Joker, so I just say Jokic. But you know what? I'm going to say it the correct way. Jokic. Okay? There you go, Hunter. Jokic. Jason, let's play Password. Explain to me how to play that. Are you talking about the TV version? I don't think so, Todd. I don't know the answer. I'm not in any way have any privy of any information on this. This is Jason's opinion, which is wrong probably 80% of the time. But Todd, I don't think he's coming to OU. I think Bo Bentley would be the one to come to OU. What is the Emmett? Let me see. I've never seen that Christmas movie. Never even heard of it. If you had the power to make one OU football, I saw this on the ref, I think, put this out on Twitter, Colin. I thought about this question. If you had the power to make one OU football home game in 2025 a primetime kickoff, which one are you choosing? No doubt it's one of two teams. It's Missouri or LSU. Probably Missouri. That'd be a guaranteed win, I would think. I don't want to say that, but easier winnable game. But I'd probably lean LSU, actually. I think LSU, where it falls with the schedule, the importance of that game, I think I'd say LSU. Gregot says Michigan or LSU. I think Michigan, could be Michigan. I mean, that would be a good one, too. But I think LSU overall. Now, that's a good point, Stunathon. The time of year that is, it would be cooler at night for the Michigan game. Well, that's true, Chester. That's true. Michigan will be a noon kickoff. I heard Pat Jones today on the radio a little bit. They were talking about ranking OU. Where would you have them ranked? And I can't remember who they were talking about putting them in their top 25. And Pat Jones was like, why would anybody have Oklahoma in their top 25? They're 6-7 last year. What would make you put them in your top 25? And then they went on a discussion about it. So this is what I'm going to ask you guys. Where do you have OU ranked in your opinion? Where would you rank OU right now, nationally? And then not only that, if you have them in the top 25 or a certain spot, tell me why. Based off additions, based off material, based off Arbuckle. So there we are. We got Chester does not. We have Benjamin 15. Tell me why, Benjamin. 918 24th. Tell me why. Aaron 16. Tell me why. Clark 24. Tell me why. Is it the additions? Is it because the schedule's brutal? So, but I understand because I think a lot of people do. I think it was Caden talking about this today on the radio, talking about how do these guys base their polls off of with their schedule they play? Is it also, could it be just the top 24 teams, 25 teams in the nation? Because there's different ways you could do it. Now, Benjamin, I agree. Returning defense, correct. I would agree. Aaron's a strength of schedule. John Moback, thanks for joining, says 25. Our staff hasn't shown the ability to develop a quarterback at all. Yeah, but it's different with Arbuckle, though, Robert. They haven't had anybody on staff that could develop. Now they have somebody on that can develop. So it's a little different. Got to prove to be in top 25. And I think that's what the discussion was about. Talent-wise, yeah, I think I would agree, Dowpost. They are. But you got to prove it. 25th, Chris says, new offensive coordinator, quarterback, and a returning top 20 defense. 25th at best. They have to prove to us they deserve to be higher based off additions and amount of returners. Well said, Daniel. I love that. 25th at best, prove it. If OU goes out there and starts 5-0, yeah. I mean, you beat Michigan. 918 says 24th. I'm high on their defensive staff and returning players. I also think Arbuckle and Mateer give us immediate boost. I just don't think they're 25. And I'm with you, 918, for the most part there. I'm with you. I want to be there too. I just need to see them win some games. But yes, I'm with you. I'm very high on the defensive staff and the players. I'm also very high on Arbuckle and Mateer. I've heard a lot of people say, Mateer, I don't know, man. I don't know. SEC ball, I don't know. Mateer's a good quarterback. He's gonna put up numbers. He's gonna be good for Oklahoma. I don't have any doubt in my mind. I'm still not sure how many wins. I mean, I'm still haven't put a number exactly on how many wins I'm going to pick. I'm still waiting. I really want to see the Michigan game. That's where I really want to see this team. They go out there and really look good against Michigan. Hey, yeah. I mean, then you really kind of start looking at what you got. This same defense did lose to Navy. I see that, but man, just no offense last year to help at all. You talk about no complimentary football at all. Zero complimentary football, man. Now, this is probably a good point. Not as worried about Mateer as I am about O-line, wide receiver and running backs. Yeah, I get that. Now, I'd like to make a wager with you, Ron, right now. I guarantee you OU's getting more than 5 wins, buddy. We can make a wager any day. We can go up higher on that number. I mean, they're gonna definitely gonna have more than 5 wins. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm with you, Robert. Need to see it in conference play. But yeah. Dowpost says if they have a big year, will people get behind BV? It feels like the fan. See, I kind of disagree, Dowpost. I think the fans are for the most part behind BV. I think you have more fans behind him than you do against him. I actually thought to be more kind of on the other way after last year's season, but I think there's a lot of people that are still rooting for BV and feel like he's the guy. I really do think there's a lot of people out there that think that. So of course, if they have a big year, I think it's going to be like everybody will be on his side. I mean, because I think most of them still are. I think there's a certain amount of people that are on BV's, like ready for him to do something or be gone, but I wouldn't say it's a majority. 0-12, Sooner Cowboys says. 10-2. What's up, Johnny boy? How you doing tonight? O-line is my concern as well. I think with the good offense scheme, a very good quarterback, you can elevate the level of your skill players. But the O-line needs to be solved for that. I will say this about the O-line. The O-line, I think, with Arbuckle and with Mateer, you don't have to be all world. Like, you go back to last year, there were times that Arnold got sacked, and some of that was also on Arnold because very hesitant on where to go with the ball. I mean, I think Mateer's going to know his reads and get it off quickly. I think, you look at this type of offense, the quarterback makes the right read, and hits the guy right off the bat, you're going to limit the amount of pressure on a quarterback. But our O-line's got to take major steps forward. They don't have to be a world beater. They got to take major steps forward, though. Sticking to my guns, Chris thinks BB's. Because they were in the playoffs and had loads of talent. What's this one about? Oh, yeah, Sooner-a-thon. It's because of what they have on their roster. And Penn State just made the playoffs. Texas made back-to-back playoffs. So, I mean, just flip it around. If that was OU, you'd think OU should be top 3. I would think so. But Drew Aller, Drew Aller's a big reason, quarterback. And then Texas, I mean, I know he's not proven, but you got Arch sitting over there. I'm only concerned about the tight ends. Other than that, I think OU's will be much better. I think the offense will be a lot better too. I don't know. Tight ends. That's it. Do we know what Bauer Sharp really was? Like, is it fair to even say that? Like, if you go out there and say, I think OU's tight ends will be a lot better than they were last year because Bauer Sharp wasn't any good, or was he good and they just had no offense? I mean, I can't just, for the life of me, I cannot just admit to myself that Bauer Sharp was as bad as what we saw. I think he's actually a pretty athletic tight end, to be honest with you. I do. I think he's a pretty athletic tight end, and I think you're going to see that at LSU with a good offense. I think they put him in bad situations all year long. Now, is he a poor blocker? Heck yes. Not a good blocker, but you know what? Why are they putting him up against a DN that's going to destroy him? It was bad offense. Bad offense. He sucks and the offense sucks. Stillerman says. I just think I do think he can catch. Great God. I think he can catch. I don't think he can block. I don't think he had a good late year last year at Oklahoma. Part of that was on him. Needs to change his scenery. I think he'll be decent at LSU. I do. Hey, Stillerman, I know I'm just saying he's athletic. I don't know what to tell you. They were trying to run double reverse passes. They were trying to run the annexation of Puerto Rico with their tight end. I don't know what to tell you other than that. So it was a disaster. It was an absolute disaster. If you could, Daniel says, if you could be picked, will Arch Manning be more like Colt McCoy or Garrett Gilbert? I think neither. I mean, I think he'll be better than McCoy. Are you talking about NFL wise? That's kind of what I'm looking at but I think you're probably talking about college. I'll say this. I think Arch is going to be good. Okay. I do. I have a tough time. Now, if KB's on here, KB, I mean, you may disagree with this. Other Texas people may disagree with this, but I'm just going to tell it like it is. That's what we do on here. I think Arch is going to be really good. I think he's going to struggle a little bit early on. I think there's going to be some games being a first time, like the reins are his. I think he's going to have some growing moments, some growing pains. Now, that doesn't mean he's going to throw 4 interceptions, but I'm saying with the hype he has, I think there's going to be some games, because I've said this about every quarterback. Every quarterback that's a young quarterback, to me, you got to go through some of that. You just do. And I think he's going to have some of that. What is that? Does that mean he's going to lose 4 games? No, I don't think that. I'm just saying, like, some people, I feel like with Arch, think he's going to have like no mistakes and he's just going to be unbelievable, unworld. I mean, it's just going to be out of this world. I think there's going to be some growing pains. But college quarterback, Colt McCoy was a better college quarterback than Gilbert. I think he would be more like Colt McCoy, in my opinion. Garrett Gilbert, I mean, didn't he transfer Gilbert after a little bit with Texas? He couldn't return trip. I see what you're saying here, but I agree with you. I mean, I think that is weird, but I don't know what to say to that. Colin says, if they did not foul and they make a 3 that leads to OT and then lose in overtime, everyone would be saying they were up 3. Why didn't they foul? But it's when they fouled, Colin. They fouled 80 feet from the basket with no time going off the clock. That's more the issue. Yeah, he's considered a bust. Garrett is. Let me see what NIL commission up here. Mateer is better than Ellinger. Yeah, I mean, Ellinger made an NFL roster. Mateer will be in the NFL. I need to see Mateer at OU. Yeah, he went to SMU. That's right. Garrett Gilbert went to SMU. That's right. Man, you talk about a highly talented kid. We didn't talk about the wide receiver, though. I'm trying to remember his name now. I just drew a blank. Oh, what was his name? The wide receiver that committed to SMU that I think OU thought they were in good shape with. I believe a 4-star. Hey, SMU's got some dough, guys. You know what SMU can do? They can say, hey, we want to get you early. Here's what we're going to offer. Boom. I mean, SMU is in prime position. Now, I said this last year. Yeah, Miles. Thank you, Joe Miles. I think you guys would know it. You guys rock. I said this last year with SMU. SMU is prime to basically be 1 or 2 in the SEC, in the ACC year in and year out. I don't see a reason why they can't be. I just think they're in location-wise, they're in a great spot, recruiting hotbed. They have money. I think you're going to see them consistently on the edge to make the playoff. I really do. So I think Jeremy's on here. Let me get him on here added. What's up, Jerm?
Not much. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I think we got a caller on here too, so we'll get to Sunathron real quick. What's up, Sunathron?
How are you?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. Well, at least, I mean, I don't know if you saw the end, but at least the Thunder are not the Cavs because the way I don't know, did you see the end of that game?
I saw it. Halliburton drilled it right. They were down at 20 and they lost.
Well, they missed. I mean, the only reason he got the ball is because they missed a free throw up 2. Pacers did, and Halliburton flew in and got the rebound and dribbled around and then just knocked down the 3 at the buzzer. So they didn't. I mean, they had a turnover, and they were up 5 with like 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, and Thunder were at 14 with 4 minutes to go. I mean,
the Pacer blow to me was worse because it was a missed rebound on a free throw. That's all they had to do was get a rebound.
Well, all the Thunder had to do was not keep fouling.
Yeah, well, I agree with that. But the point is, it was game 2. The Cavs had to have that game.
Oh, they had to have it.
They're in a lot worse shape than I think both Boston and the Thunder will still win in 6 or 7.
I'm not very confident.
But let me ask you what is, and I even asked you again, what makes you think the reason I bring up Texas Penn State because they're always rated so high, but they don't ever beat the top teams. Like, I'm not saying they're not good, but when they get to play those teams, like look at even the last 3 years when Oklahoma was pretty even in talent experience, we won the game. And the last time they beat us when that's the case is like 2018, and they almost blew that game. And that's the way Texas is. Look at it. They don't beat the best teams. They don't.
Sunathron, I see OU Texas as a wash. That game's a rivalry game. They just beat Alabama, didn't they, last year, year before on the road?
Yeah, but that was the one win. And remember that Alabama team? They couldn't throw a pass the first month. They almost lost to South Florida the next week. So my point is, if you look, I'm not saying they're not good, and they are definitely. I mean, Stark's beating the teams he's supposed to, but look back at who they play. When they play the teams that are similar enough on talent and experience, they lose most of the time. So that's my point is Penn State's the same way. Why do you think it's different this year? If you pick them 1 or 2 in the polls, you figure they're going to win the national title. What makes you think they're going to be able to get over that hump, both those teams?
Well, I think Penn State this is the highest they've ever been ranked. They're usually not ranked this high.
But they don't beat. They're just like Texas. They don't ever beat the good teams when they face them. When they get to the big boys, they always lose.
Hey, Sunathron is right. I will never in my life pick Penn State to win a national championship.
And to me, Texas is
I
not much
wouldn't either.
different.
I wouldn't pick Penn State to win it all either.
Look at Texas; they're the same. They don't beat when they play teams that are fairly even talent. Because last year we were playing freshman quarterbacks, and the year before we were playing a tight end. No, but when we had a pretty even, good quarterback, what did we do? And that's Ohio State. That's Washington.
Soonerthon. People could say the same thing about OU. They couldn't win when they got the playoffs.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
We agree. I agree.
I agree. Riley was the same.
I mean,
Texas who would you have in the top three then? I'm asking y'all.
Texas won with Vince Young that year, and OU won in 2000. Outside of that, it's been pretty similar.
Wait, who would y'all have top three?
Oh, I would have. I'd have to go with Ohio State.
Yeah,
because prove it wrong.
I'd have Ohio State.
Probably the only reason you can't go Georgia maybe is I don't know. I may have Georgia.
What about Clemson?
No, I don't have enough faith in Clemson. No. I don't think so. They're going to be good. They have a really good quarterback, but once they don't, and again, you got to. I mean, Texas is able to build up a lot of things because they don't play hardly any good SEC teams, and they don't have the most SEC games. There's usually a few big plays on defense or offense. That's the winning team. But when you don't play very good teams, you can make mistakes and make up for it because you're so much more talented. And OU did it too.
But I think it hurts you in the long run. I think it hurts you in the long run because then when you get to those tough games, I don't think you're ready for it.
Exactly. So what makes you think Texas will be ready this year?
I don't know if they will, but preseason though, based off their schedule, they're going to be ranked high. I don't know why. I mean,
I don't understand it because they've proven year and year and year they don't ever live up to it ever. They were always picked real high, better recruiting classes, and they wouldn't even win the Big. They only won the Big 12 like 4 times. They only finished second like 4 times. Finished third or worse most times.
Let me say this though, Soonerthon. They're in the top 3. Haven't they ended the season as a Final Four team the last 2 years?
Yes, and they beat a lot of bad teams.
So I agree, but if you end the season in the top 4, why would it be ridiculous to be ranked top 3 before the season?
I might have Texas in the top 4 or 5. I'm just not going to pick them to win the whole thing.
No, I agree. No, never.
Well, I didn't say I'm picking them to win a championship.
I just don't understand why and I agree. Riley, the same thing. He would be right, and he would struggle against the top, and so that's why they were rarely picked. They were rarely ranked number 1 with Riley because he always failed in the it was just the semifinals. And that's the other thing you have to look at with Venables is even when Riley and Stoops were doing so well, when they went to the playoffs or a bowl game and they played the big SEC teams, they had a month and they rarely won those games. We're expecting Brent Venables. He's playing teams at those levels 3 or 4 or 5 times in one season. I'm not surprised it was a struggle. And that's the biggest advantage of Texas not having much of a schedule. It made us look so much worse, where I guarantee you Texas would have gone like 8-4 with our schedule last year.
They may have. They didn't play the schedule, so we can't ever find that out. But I will say this. With Texas, I'll give you another example. Ohio State last year. Texas lately. Ohio State lately. Penn State, I'm not going to include in that group, but let's just look at Texas and Ohio State, Jay, and Soonerthon. This is a fact. The more you put yourself in the Final 4 games, the better chance you have at winning a natty. It took Ohio State a few times of failing to finally now get one. Like, OU's got to just be putting themselves in there year after year and giving themselves a chance.
True. I think they will. I think we're going to go 9-3 and get in the playoffs. I think we are.
Hope so.
Oh, that'd be great. That would
All right. Have a good one, guys.
Hey, you too, I hope so, man.
I'm not ever picking Penn State or Texas until they do, and I'm never picking Texas.
No. Listen. I think it depends on what you're ranking here. If you're saying, I wouldn't have Penn State top 3 preseason, but I people probably don't want to hear this. I would have Texas top 3 preseason.
They lost some guys. I get that they probably have.
Well, who would you put in the top 3, though?
Ohio State. But here's the thing. Ohio State, I don't even know if.
They got a new quarterback.
Ohio State's going to have more top players probably than any other team recruit-wise.
I don't know.
Agree?
I'd have to go look at everybody's team, but I'm just saying I think I'd probably have Texas in the top 3 preseason. with
Yeah,
their
I don't have a problem having them. I'm just not picking to win at all.
Ohio State not going to be that good next year. They lost 18 stars. They'll still win with their easy schedule. Yeah, I mean, Ohio State didn't have that tough of a schedule either, did they? I mean, remember last year, all the talk about Indiana? Now, Oregon's an interesting one, Sooner Thrawn. Oregon, I don't know. I need to look at Oregon's roster. Who's their quarterback going to be? I mean, I know who it is, but he's not. I mean, he's young.
Dante Moore?
Yeah, young, very young.
He's young.
I mean, so is Arch Manning. So are all those guys. Did you see the Cleveland Cavalier game?
No, Jay. I've been at Bible study.
Did you hear about it?
They lost 120-119.
Yeah. Playoff experience matters. Imagine that.
Okay, I don't want to argue with you tonight. Obviously, playoff experience matters, but don't say it's the reason OKC lost last night.
It's absolutely the reason.
It was a head coaching issue.
Hey, Jeremy, when you play regular season games and you win by 20 and 30 points and you have no close games hardly, and then you get in a playoff atmosphere, go rewatch the game, the last 8 minutes of the game. Thunder, the shot selection, they
not true.
Whatever, dude. Whatever. I don't want to sit here and argue. Chet's 2 missed free throws.
Yeah, Chet. Both of them were in and out. It's not because he was young. He didn't miss free throws because he was young. Asinine.
Germ, come on.
They were in and out. He didn't choke it. He wasn't
They were
short.
out. He didn't make them.
He didn't make them, Jay.
Mark Dagnall, not much playoff experience, and it showed.
Oh, I agree on the Dagnall stuff. You said the youth on the team, dude. Don't change. Hey, talk to me after the series. We'll see if you're right. Talk to me after the series, and we'll see if you're right.
Jerem, listen. Who's winning the Cleveland series? What's the score?
It's 2-0 Indy.
Where did Indy go last year?
I forget how far.
Eastern Conference Finals. Okay?
They're young.
Eastern Conference Finals, Jerem.
I could have made it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
You ready to hear this? I know you're going to hate this. I already told Hunter this. He got mad. So, Cleveland and OKC, kind of the same team.
Not even close.
Experience-wise, they are, Jerm.
Experience-wise, so is Indiana.
No, they got more experience, Jerm. They got what's the guy's name? They got Carlisle as the coach. Give me a break. And then they got what is the guy's name? Paige Shockham, or what? He's been in so many playoffs.
Caruso's won a championship. Caruso's won an NBA title, for goodness sakes.
Yeah, and Caruso, what did he do last night? 20 points. He showed up. Imagine that. He's done it before, Jerm. We can have this argument all day long. You guys that think playoff experience doesn't matter, it's ridiculous. It's crazy.
You're wrong. I never said it doesn't matter.
It's crazy to me.
I never said it doesn't matter. To blame last night's loss, if they lose the series, say it. But don't blame last night's loss on youth.
But don't blame last night's loss, but later in the series, if they lose 4, I can say that?
Yeah, absolutely can. Absolutely can, dude.
Oh, how'd we get off on this Thunder rant? Did you go get Westbrook's autograph tonight?
Where? Why?
They were just chatting about it. Must not have. He's on a rant. Yeah, they were in the playoffs. You know how many games they played?
10.
10 games.
How many's Indiana played?
Well, they were in the Eastern Conference Finals last year.
Don't give a rant.
Who's their head coach, Jerm? How many playoffs has he coached?
They have a great head coach, Jay. I agree.
Dalpost, grade the OU position coaches. Joe John Finley, A+.
Joe John Finley, F. DeMarco Murray, C-. Bill Beatenbow. Hey, are we grading a year or over their tenure, Dalpost?
I think over their tenure.
Then Bill Beatenbow's a B. Arbuckle, we don't know. Miguel Chavis,
B.
B-. Todd Bates, A-. Cornerback coach, C-.
Brandon Hall.
Safety coach, probably, I'd say a B.
Jay Valai.
C.
I'd be on there. Blake, but this is a good point by Blake. Thinner blew at the mouth last year, game 1, and lost 4 of the next 5. I mean, anything can happen, but what do you think if you're Finley? You go from being a tight end coach to being the OC to now being a tight end coach. You should be able to just concentrate as being a tight end coach, man, and just roll with this thing. Don't have all that other stuff on your plate. Arbuckle A will be an A. Valai B-. I can't go that high for Valai.
I can't either.
And guys, the whole Thunder stuff, they got a window here. They got a window they got to win a championship in.
That's every team, yeah.
What's the score in Golden State? Anybody know?
Jay, Steph Curry's out of the game. He's hurt.
Yeah, and they were up 15 when he was in. They couldn't. I mean, Minnesota.
He may not come back in this season.
Minnesota just chunking 3 after 3 after 3.
Well, Jay, they have experience though.
Yeah, they did last year. They made the Eastern
Western Conference Finals.
But who are they playing, Germ?
A depleted Warrior team.
It doesn't matter. There's a guy named number 30 out there named Steph Curry.
He's not playing. He's not playing tonight.
He was early on.
He's
Warriors up
15. He may not be back in this series.
Weird. This is weird. Weird that Golden State, all that experience, up 15. Wow.
Podnowski, he's not experienced.
Draymond.
Please, dude, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm getting ready to drive home. I don't want to have this conversation with you tonight.
Oh my gosh, you guys can't stand it. It's like you. I mean, it's accurate. It's facts.
What's facts?
Yeah, that's
the
right.
Thunder lost last night because they called timeout.
Been there, done that, Benjamin. Yeah. Where's Eric at tonight? 6 points in the third quarter. Ant-Man. Superman.
Eric only shows up when it's time to show up and get me going. He only has 6 points tonight. Is that right?
Hey, let me say this too. There's a bunch of Thunder fans. I don't know if you were one of them or not.
Well, Grey God's already booked it. They're done. Grey God said
there's a bunch of Thunder fans. This is where a lot of the Thunder fans I talked to before the playoffs. This is what they told me. Because I was saying who I did not want to play. This is what all of them said. I want the gauntlet. Give me Denver. Give me Golden State. I want to go through them all.
Golden State's not the gauntlet.
Yeah, they are, Germ.
No, the fact of the matter is you sat here and said Dallas and Lakers. I don't want Dallas and I don't want Lakers. Guess what? They're not in the tourney. They're not in it anymore.
And I'm glad I didn't want any part of them, Germ. Still
Lakers 5. That's right, little. Hey, Lakers, they're gone, Jay. They're gone.
Well, good, because they might have beat the Thunder, Germ.
Jay, I'm going to use your point against you right now. You ready for it, Jay?
I'm always ready.
Playoff experience matters. LeBron, Luka, Harden, Kawhi. Where are those guys right now?
Kawhi played Jokic, Germ.
Where are they?
They're home.
Thank you.
Galveston.
Bye.
They're in Galveston.
Good job. Thank you. Thank you.
Kerr coached Ant in the Olympics. You should know how to shut him down. That's true.
Thank you.
Kerr's a good coach, man.
Appreciate it, Jay.
Yes, Grey God, he is. Nobody better.
Yeah, he's legit.
Did you see him wiping the sweat from himself on the ball to throw in?
Yeah, he does some annoying things.
Jay worse than Barry Trammell this one. Be like Magic Man and disappear. Wait, worse than Barry Trammell? Why? Because Barry Trammell said that. What did Barry Trammell do?
I have no idea, Jay.
Some people don't like it when it goes against their team, and I'm sorry. I'm a realist. Okay.
A realist after one game?
No, I'm not after one.
Yeah,
game.
you did. You better hope for your sake the Thunder lose this series.
I hope the Thunder win this series.
You're not going to want to see me on here if they win this series, Jake.
I never want to see you on here.
Good.
There's not a day that goes by that I can't wait for Germ's face to show up here. I mean, come on.
All right, I'll see you later, man.
Yeah. That's typically what you do is turn it off. Boo, Jay Bird. Jay, bad take. What's a bad take? I did pick Denver to win, but I want the Thunder to win. Jeez. Hey, there's nothing wrong with wanting your team to win, but not thinking they're going to win. I don't understand why. A lot of people think just because you're a fan, you have to pick them every game. I don't do that. I've never done that. I never will. I'm not a person that says, because I'm a fan of that team, they're always going to win the game. I don't do that. I don't play that game.
Hey, guys, I grew up with Jason I've grown up with him my entire life. I know how he does things. He likes to pick the other team so that he can be prepared for a defeat. This is what he does. This is what he's always done. This is how he's lived his life. Prepare for the worst and then be excited if your team wins.
Prepare for the worst. I mean, I don't go to bed at night like, if the Thunder lose, I mean, it's not like I don't wake up, or OU loses. It's not like I'm just Debbie Downer all day. I have other things way more important than sports. So
totally agree, Jay. You missed a point.
I guess I did.
Man, I missed a lot tonight. It's already been almost an hour. So, hey, tomorrow we're gonna have a little softball preview, Jay, for OU's SEC run.
Nice. That starts Thursday at 10 o'clock, I think, actually, isn't it?
11 o'clock.
I need to get a trivia question. Gray God, Jay has been right about the Thunder from the start. Too many forced threes. Kind of have been, but you live and die by it. They died by it last year.
They did not die. They did not die by the 3-point. They didn't lose the game because of three. They did not lose the game because of 3-pointers, guys. Go look at the scorebook.
Jeremy, but down the stretch, they hit some bad shots. Didn't need them.
They missed free throws, and they put them on the line. That's why they lost.
Hey, let me ask you this. Did you see Denver last night, what they were doing to Dort?
Daring him to shoot, and he nailed 4 of 8.
Did you see what they did to him? They just said, shoot it.
And he made 4 out of 8, didn't he?
Why don't the Thunder do that to Westbrook? Just say, shoot it.
They did. Westbrook didn't hit crap.
Well, but they should just let him shoot it all day long.
The Thunder played fine D until the end, so.
Let me see. I got to come up with the trivia. I didn't even think about one tonight, Drake. I think I have one, but I need to find the answer to it. So I'd have to look it up. But yep. Anything he wanted, always will get anything he wants. That's the thing about it. 8 minutes left in the game. In the bonus, let's not go to the free throw line.
SGA forced shots, guys. If you want to talk about someone who forced threes, it was SGA over anyone else.
Hey, game 2 tomorrow. I miss 90s basketball. I like 90s basketball. Yeah, he's pretty much the coach of the Nuggets right now, because their coach Opie over there's he doesn't do a whole lot. Jokic kind of does it. Mark says soon trivia is going to be, can you name the last year Oklahoma football had a winning season? Well, we could do that, but yeah, Warriors up 20, crazy, not crazy. Figured they'd win that. Experience, baby. Just trying to get you going, Jerm. Which Sooner holds the record for most threes in a game? 7 play.
Would that be Brent Price?
Are you talking about NBA game?
Obviously, if it's game 7, Jay.
How many did Buddy have the other night? I think it'd probably be Trae Young.
A game 7?
Oh, game 7 playoff? It might have been Trae.
I didn't know if Brent Price did that.
How many did Buddy have last week? Game 7. Didn't he have 7?
I forgot that was game 7. It's Buddy Hield then.
9. Buddy's tied it with 7. 9 is what Hunter says. Blake Griffin. Oh. Well, can't believe we're at an hour.
I missed it. Did Dave do his usual?
No, didn't see Dave tonight. Benjamin says, don't worry, Chad. I'm going to the game tomorrow. We always win when I go. 1-1. Thunder Nuggets are tied up. Great game by the Thunder tomorrow night. They get the victory. Go watch
How, Jay? How? They're young. They have no experience. How? Experience matters.
Why do you lose your mind? Why are you screaming? Are you trying to yell at somebody in the parking lot? Jeremy, did I ever say the Thunder aren't going to win a game in this series?
Well, you picked them in game 1 and game 2 now.
No, I didn't. I didn't pick them in game 2.
You just said they're winning game 2.
I said Denver in 6, Jerm.
You just picked the Thunder game 2.
I didn't pick them game 1.
Yeah, you did. You didn't pick Denver.
Mess, as I chatted about Chet, I'm all in for the NBA banner now. Mess is becoming an NBA fan. You guys are crybabies? Is that an emoji about a crybaby? I'm not crying at all. I'm just chatting. Jeremy, on the other hand, is whining about something. I don't know what. Anyway, hey, it's been fun. Almost an hour. So we'll be back tomorrow night. Hey, the Thunder play at 9, right, Jerm?
I thought it was about 8:45 tip, but I don't know.
I think it's a 9 o'clock tip. 8:30. So maybe tomorrow night we get on, do our normal Sooner Surge live, halftime-ish, 9:30 for a little bit.
That's fine. We'll do our normal live and the late live. Yes.
We'll have a normal live tomorrow and the Thunder live after the game. So normal live tomorrow. We'll see everybody tomorrow night. Psycho Germ tonight. I like it. Maybe I'll have to bring back Germ the Clown soon. Appreciate you guys as always. Make sure you check out the Fan Stop. And we'll talk to you next time. Thunder up, Clark says. That's right. Thunder up. Boomer.